Hey y'all, it's me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On. And I'm having a conversation. How y'all doing? Number one, it's been a while, I know. And I am practicing mind control. Here it is right here. Um, I have like right over here, it's a basket of some other stuff that I inherited. And it is some knitting needles. I think it's one crochet needle. Is that what's in there, Pierre?
Mm-hmm.
He don't know what's in there. Pierre don't even know about
Look like
75
three of them in there.
crochet needles or knitting needles.
Whatever, I don't know.
He don't know. That like I was trying to say just a minute. Pierre don't know about 90% of the contents in this house. I
I
could
do
bring.
too.
What do you notice in here? What do you know for sure? As Oprah will say.
Um,
That's what I'm talking about.
I know the
Do you? I let
trash.
me. Do I go on?
I know the shredder's over there. The vacuum is over here in the way, in the doorway.
That's because you got a wife that was vacuuming today and being
Why does the
dutiful.
vacuum try to sit in the
Because I
doorway?
had to stop unexpectedly because the FedEx man came.
Okay.
Do I need to go in and get the evidence? I got something with a time and a date stamp on it.
Alright. Whatever.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm always having to justify all type of activity up in here. When people don't, but back to what I was saying before. Pierre don't know about like 75 or 80% of the contents in this house.
That's not true.
Okay, what percentage do you know?
About 80%.
He gonna shave 15% off what I said and still act like he's winning. What in the world? What?
I know 80%.
What?
I know what's his name's constantly sending something over here and
Who
that.
is
I
it?
don't know. Uh,
Don't say nobody's personal God-given name.
no, I'm talking about who's that? Amazon. They know you by your first name.
They know my name because I'm typing it in and paying them. That's why they know my name. Is that what you trying to say? See, y'all, the reason why I'm on here, it ain't got nothing to do. See, Pierre is trying to get some pre-sleep fighting going. And, well, what do you call it?
You want to turn that thing on?
I turned it on because of this craziness that you set up here and started purporting. Now, back to what I was asking you about. Number one, he done chatted me because the vacuum cleaner is over there. He acts like the vacuum cleaner is in the middle of the floor. Actually, it's up against the wall. And it was over there, and it's over there now because I got stopped when the FedEx man came and made a delivery. I almost did. Hey, I'm using your arm for a prop. Can you act accordingly? You being propped. I'm being propped. Anyway, it was an unexpected delivery, and it didn't have anything to do with. I don't even want to talk about that, okay, y'all? What I've got on here to talk about is this other situation. Pierre, okay, for those of you that don't know, somebody had asked me to show them some of my activity in the knitting arena. Before, Sissy, look at this. I'll tell y'all about this in a minute. I think that's ingenious. But anyway, Sissy and I had decided that before the year was up, we was going to learn how to knit. The deal is that Sissy had went along like a little busy beaver behind my back, and she was learning how to knit, and she was doing it in high fine fashion. And I didn't know it until I inherited her knittation. And it's some needles, some crochet hooks. She was trying to one up me. And it's 2 crochet hooks. One of them looked like a weapon. And some needles, and some of those look like weapons too. Why are you moving your hand like lamb chop? I just not caught you. You over there trying to be. You trying to be funny and move your hand while I'm talking. Y'all, it is wrong in here. I'm trying to tell. Who does that? That is a mockery. He's over here. It's really not funny. You know how people draw lipstick around their hand right here and be doing their hand like that when the person is talking? Pierre's laying over here in the bed doing that to what I'm saying. And I just happen to look up and see him with his big old paw doing this. And it's in cadence with my speech. That's how I put two and two together. You're going to have to answer for that. Anyway, and that I'm not going to say that when you go before the throne that Lord is going to ask you about that per se. But you're going to answer for that some kind of a way. I might have to do some preemptive judgment down here and get a hold of you on that. That's wrong. Anyway, I'm back, y'all. So, don't you do it. Don't you do it. I don't even want to talk now. Because he's still doing it. Stop it. You just a clown. Where did your mother find you? Don't go on. Show them what you're doing. They can't see nothing but a brown knot. He's doing this, y'all. Like when I'm talking, he's doing his hand like that. I don't even want to talk. You have taken all the... Pierre, I got these knit needles. See that point right there?
Mm-hmm.
You've been... Y'all didn't hear me say that just in case he come up with a mark on his body. That was a joke. I'm back. Anyway, Sissy and I were knitting. But my knitting was backstreet knitting. It was little bad habits that I had picked up here and there. So when somebody asked me to put my creations and stuff up, y'all didn't want to see that. The other day I got distracted and a hole came up. And see, I say that like the hole just appeared, like these craters appear in the street in New York and stuff. But it wasn't that. I made the hole, but I wasn't paying attention. Is what happens. I still had to pay attention when I'm doing this. So I decided after I was going through that, and then I found a card that had been sent to me as well with some words of moving along on it. I decided that I was going to take some knitting lessons. It was give me something to look forward to. Not that I don't have things to look forward to, but I'm just saying. And it would be helping a cause, which would be to calm my nerves. Not that I'm a nervous person, because really I'm not, but just something to relax you. Maybe that's the correct word to use. And so I signed up for some knitting classes. And I have been going for 3 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
Is it 3 weeks?
No, 2.
2 weeks. And I am getting along swimmingly. I did have to learn some new techniques because my cast on stunk. So my instructor, they have group classes, but right now I'm taking one-on-ones because I think that I needed some remedial education on the ways of knitting. But she said that I'm doing really, really well. The knitting part I had down pretty good, although like I said, my cast on stunk. And so, but purling, which was something I was never able to do, I am doing pretty good in purling. The other night, like I said, I had some mishaps, but I was trying to look at one of these. Y'all, look, let me fess up. I look at Korean dramas. Korean dramas are funny to me, and then they also have some good life lessons. But they clean. I don't have to be turning them on. And then, 5 minutes into the show, people is calling each other words and taking off their clothes and all of this kind of junk. They actually clean. The deal is that they have subtitles. I do know some words. Wait a minute. Agu, Nuna, what's the other word I know? Nuna, Agu, Uni, Asamida. It just sounds like a lot of them say that, but I don't know what that means. So if it's a bad word, it didn't show up in the subtitles as being a bad word. I think it's some kind of a phrase. I don't know. But anyway, the only thing is I cannot knit. That's how I got in trouble the other night. I was trying to knit and read subtitles. Yeah. And so when I was reading the subtitles and knitting, what I was doing was creating holes in my work. So I probably know how to make buttonholes and I just don't know it. And probably if I make something that need a buttonhole, if I turn on one Korea dramas, I could probably make buttonholes without it being a problem. But Pierre set up, this is what I came here to talk to y'all about. Pierre told me that he wanted to be the next Rosie Greer. Y'all know Rosie Greer knits, right? If you didn't know, now you know. And to me, that's just kind of funny. That man, I don't know who he played for. I know it was a football player, Pam Greer's brother. Who did he play for, Pierre? It's been that long ago. Is your mind not strong enough to remember?
I think it was the LA Rams.
Is that a team?
Yeah, well, they're in St. Louis now, but when they were in LA, they were.
Well, do Los Angeles have a team? Okay. That means that we are in a that we've been here on this earth for a long time. Okay. So anyway, Rosie Greer knits, and Pierre's like, yeah, I'm gonna take some knitting lessons too. I keep trying to tell y'all, I can't have a ice cube without Pierre wanting me to split it in half. So he's gonna come down there and bone in on the knitting class. So this evening, just a minute ago, I told him that I had set his knitting classes for tomorrow morning. What did you say?
I ain't going.
See what I'm talking about? You can't trust the stuff that he say because you don't ever know when it's going to turn into something incorrect. Why are you not going, Pierre?
I'm not into knitting.
Well, why would you tell me that and get my heart and hopes all up thinking we was going to be sitting side by side in our old age knitting hats for young kids and the other elderly friends of ours?
Exactly.
Well, exactly what? Those were my words.
Being an old age, sitting up there.
I wish I could have seen what he just did. It was so unattractive. But what I'm saying is, that came out of you. I didn't prompt you to say Rosie Greer and that you wanted to knit. I thought this was going to be a bonding.
All I did was mention that Rosie Greer knit.
This is my knit needle that I'm using right now. But see, Pierre, I'm ready for him at all times. Pierre comes up with some stuff and tells all, because he don't even know I got these knitting. And these will leave a mark on you for real. Look at these here. Now, you want to take that back and retract that statement and keep your appointment tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
He was a hard-headed baby, too, I think his mama said. I'm done, y'all. I don't even have nothing else to say. Here I was thinking I had a comrade in arms as far as a knitting partner is concerned.
I don't have time for the stuff.
You do have time for knit. What stuff do you do? I'm waiting. Hello? See what I'm talking about? Silence is not golden in this point. Y'all, I'm getting ready to end this situation right here. I just want y'all to see how Pierre does. Because I really did think that we was going to go to a knitting class together. I wasn't going to call him nothing except for a man knitter. Men that knit, to me, are pretty creative, most of them. And they're pretty meticulous about their work. And they're pretty good from what I've been able to see.
Yes, but I don't want to focus on my...
I think that knitting would increase your manual dexterity. As far as playing your bass, it'll stretch your hands out and cause you to do all type of mighty works and deeds.
My hands are already stretched.
Oh my goodness. I'm not going to listen to nothing else you say about activities and hobbies. Okay? Then I won't be putting these quagmires dealing with you. You hear me? That's all I got, y'all. Toodles.